for new episodes. Hey, welcome to That Shit Was Poetic, where we touch on all things poetic, like music, poetry, art, movies, quotes, and famous poets. I'm your host, Nikki. So what's up, guys? It's Friday. I'm happy to be back here on another Friday. I love shooting the breeze with my listeners. And guess what? I know you know. You gotta know by now. You get to catch this vibe with me. So what's up, guys? I just want to go ahead and jump right into it. So let's get into it. So I hope you all copped that new Nas album. It's called King's Disease. And let me tell you guys, that album, I got my whole life, like for real. Not, just hyping it up or anything like that. But King's Disease by Nas was dropped last week. And one of the most popular songs that they're playing right now is called Ultra Black. And he dropped Doja Cat's name in that record, which caused a little frenzy with her. But it is what it is. It's facts. He did it. He said it. Stand by your word. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because she had that whole little situation, and I don't know if she was defending her race or not defending her race. I really don't know the hype about it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She had a little comeback record for him dropping her name. But y'all, if you have not copped that album, go download it, go stream it on whatever platform. It's called King's Disease. It was dropped last week. Like I said, I really did get my life back with that album because I love Nas. I've been a Nas fan for many years now. I remember, in school, teenager, listening to Nas. Like, he was always one of those conscious rappers. Um, One of my favorite songs is Ultra Black. Another one of my favorite songs is what is it? I'm scrolling down the list because there's so many. The Definition. And I really wish that song could be longer, but when you listen to it, like it jumped right into it. It's talking about everything that's going on in today's world. And I really like that song. That's like one of my favorite songs on the album. I got many. I like the whole album, to be honest. I played it all the way through. So listen to that album and definitely, you know, come back, anchor.com, spotify.com, and leave me a voice message. Let me know what you think about that album. Like, let me know if you rocking with it or not. So I know you guys know by now there's a versus coming up with Monica and Brandy, and that's coming up on August 31st. So stay tuned for that. If you are a Monica and Brandy fan, I'm Monica and Brandy fan. So this is gonna be a really, really hard one. Like, I think this one is also gonna be like the not India. Oh my gosh, like the Jill Scott and Erica Badu. Like, it's so hard to choose between the two because they're both very good artists. For me, I would have to say I think I love Brandy more, and the reason why I say I love Brandy more is I just feel like Brandy has accomplished a lot more than Monica. But they both are equally talented. And I'm just going to say, like, whoever you're following, I'm trying to get you to leave those comments. Drop me a comment, voice comment, or head over to my Instagram. That shit was poetic. and drop your comment on, are you team Brandy or are you team Monica?
That Shit Was Poetic has merch, guys. If you're excited as I am, please head over to thatshitwaspoetic.storeenvy.com. That's STORENVY.com and grab our 11-ounce mug. If you're a coffee or tea drinker, listen to our podcast and sip your favorite beverage. If you love this podcast, please support our merch.
I wanted to fill you guys in. I've been really busy. Like I said, I've been hosting Poetic Shit Thursdays. I've been doing my podcast, which airs on every Friday. I've also started Lady Chat with a few girlfriends of mine, which will be airing on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead and head over to YouTube right now and follow That Shit Was Poetic on YouTube. That Lady Chat will be airing on YouTube. Like I said, it's just simple conversation, general conversation. I ask them questions. We all answer, give our thoughts, opinions on it. We sipping wine. Everybody's sipping their own drinks. And we're just having a good time over Zoom. So, like I said, if you're not following me on YouTube, go over to there right now and follow me. Subscribe, share, like, comment, do all that good stuff y'all do over there. I'm trying to get my followers up. For those of you who don't know, go ahead and follow me. Stay tuned for Lady Chat because it'll be coming pretty soon and you will definitely enjoy it. Trying to get it posted this week, but be patient. Like Tiana said, bear with me. So, yeah, all that jazz. So, if you are following me on Instagram, you know by now that on Thursdays, I host Poetic Shit Thursdays, and it's an extension of the podcast, but we dive into conversations that I don't normally dive into on the podcast. And we go deep. We go deep. Like, people tuning in, the conversations that we're having, we go deep. And like I said, those conversations are conversations we may touch on the podcast, on That Shit Was Poetic podcast on Fridays, every Friday, which airs. But, we go a little bit more in depth on Poetic Shit Thursdays. So if you like listening to the podcast on Fridays, catch us the day before. So that way you can get, a sample of some of the things that we talk about, but you won't get all of it. You know what I'm saying? So we have fun on Poetic Shit Thursdays. Like, I'm drinking wine, of course, my One Hope wine. I am talking to people tuning in to the live, and I want you guys to start tuning in on Thursdays. If you're not following That Shit Was Poetic on Instagram, go ahead right now and head over and follow me. And I'll post throughout the week, what the question will be. I have a question every Thursday, have a topic every Thursday. If I don't have a question, I'll have a topic. So tune in. Like your mind, I got to get to know your mind. I got to get to know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we value the same things? Do we enjoy spending time together? Do we enjoy doing the same things? And, you can like different things. I think two people liking opposite things is fine, but we definitely have to connect in some way, shape, or form. What's in y'all glass tonight? Of course, I'm drinking One Hope, and it's the sparkling wine. And I got a habit of now, like, adding cranberry juice to it. So Poetic Shit Thursday's topic or question of the day was, what is your definition of intimacy? And I wanted to carry on that conversation over into the podcast today. Simply because it's a conversation that can be had on this podcast. Some of the conversations that I normally have on Poetic Shit Thursdays are not for my podcast. I would like to know, what is your definition of intimacy? Drop me a comment on Instagram or just leave a voice comment. We are discussing, what is your definition of intimacy? And there I read about there's 5 levels of intimacy. Sharing other people's opinions, communicating your personal beliefs, feelings, needs, emotions, and desires. I think when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's like, I think some people kind of lose the intimacy in a relationship. Like you so busy with your day-to-day life that you kind of forget, to check in on your partner's needs and wants, communicate with them. Their desires. Desires is a big one too. Because at the end of the day, like, we're all people and we all had our situations before joining together, whether it be in a union or, if you're just still in a relationship or dating, we're all our own individual selves. So it's like, when you get into something and you get so deep into life, caught up in life, like, you forget. Having sex before getting to truly know someone can oftentimes cloud your judgment. I agree. I agree. Like, you kind of forget to even get to know that person. And now only thing that's really on your mind is, having sex again. You know what I'm saying? And later on down the line, like, let's just say you 6 months down the line, it's like, damn, this person don't even, like the things that I like, or, they don't care about anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to explore those options of intimacy before, and getting to know their love language. Like, I want somebody to get to know my love language, like, for real. Because once you become deep into the situation, sometimes you forget. You're not checking up on their partners. What they like, Like I said before previously, we're all our own individual selves, you know, prior to getting in a relationship or marriage. We all had likes and dislikes. We all had our own personality. And sometimes you can get so lost in life, work, kids, that you forget to check in on each other, you know. To me, prior to getting in a relationship, I feel like the levels of intimacy is me getting to know a person, us going on dates, us spending time together. And since I'm a mother, it's like, get to know my kid when it's time, not in the beginning, but of course, over a course of time, getting to know my child and, finding out the things that we like to do and vice versa, finding out what the man likes to do. We definitely evolve over time. The most important, I feel like, is, while we're evolving, are we evolving together? You know what I'm saying? Because one person evolving and the other is not, where's that going to end? Where's that going to end? The question is, what is your definition of intimacy? I kind of went over like 5 levels of intimacy, self-communication, sharing other people's opinions and beliefs, personal opinions and beliefs, feelings and experiences, needs, emotions, and desires. Like, I got to know what you stand for, like how you view certain things, you know, while we going on these dates as being part, of the intimacy level, getting to know you. You just figured that out in recent years. Yeah, I think the older we get, though, you know what I'm saying, things become more clear as opposed to, our early 20s and stuff like that. Like, you're not thinking about those certain things, or the way you thought about them is totally different. Like she said, we constantly evolving. Spending that time together, because you definitely can't get to know somebody if y'all not spending time together. I feel like, this new thing, this new wave is texting. People are not even talking on the phone anymore. It's all about texting, and sometimes, you can't read a person's text like the way they meant it. You know, pick up the phone and call me. Come see me. I know we got corona going on, but at the same time, it's like, if you really are trying to go somewhere with a person, build a relationship, whether it's at a friendship level and going to lead into a relationship later on down the line, marriage, like, you physically have to be around a person, getting to know them. Like, intimacy is so many different levels. And you can actually be in a relationship and intimacy is missing. Like, a person totally does not understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the things that you are wanting from a person, they're not giving. Like, sometimes people just get into a relationship and, like I said, they forget to check in on the other person. You found out what his favorite foods and you make them. Sharing a meal definitely helps you bond, for real. Something about food, you know what I'm saying? Breaking bread. Ooh, that wine hit different, man. It's really strong. Like, I really can have like 3 sips and I'm feeling it. Like, this wine really be some good wine. But breaking bread with somebody, for real. Like, over a good meal. Because I feel like you should be letting your guard down, especially, you eating. If it's good food, comfort food, you're able to bond, you're able to talk about life, the things that you like, he likes, your future, bonding over your goals. I think that's part of intimacy as well. Your goals is very important. Because for me, a person has to be goal oriented. Like, we got to be talking about improving, how we're going to improve, not just talking about it, acting on it, you know? You say he come in there in the kitchen and talk to you while you cook. I like that. I like that. That's cute. That's sexy. Being cute and flirty. Facts. Yeah, being flirtatious is definitely a big factor, keeping that intimacy going in a relationship. Supporting one another's goals. Yeah, supporting each other's goals is a big one for me. Like, how are we going to grow together? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we come into this relationship and we're at one level, how are we going to grow into the next level and keep growing? Because I feel like it doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she said being nasty, nasty. Facts. Facts. That's a must. You know what I'm saying? But I'm single, so I, I don't know. I can't really relate right now. um, no, that's definitely on topic. Definitely on topic because that's part of intimacy. The question is, what is your definition of intimacy? And being nasty is definitely on topic. Like, you know, it's levels. Once you get to that level, then it's like, you know, you become intimate and you keep that going. Finding ways to spice up the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keeping it spicy. But she said I like to text things throughout the day. Facts, little cute, sexy text. You know what I'm saying? Before, like, while you at work and you know throughout the day, keeping that person interested. What you say? Rubbing the butter on. She said rubbing, rubbing butter on. What she mean by being nasty in the kitchen? Leaving notes. That is so cute. Like, I would like if somebody left me a note. I would like if somebody left me a note. Like, honestly, I had that happen to me one time. Like, somebody wrote me a letter. It was a long time ago. And somebody wrote me a letter. Well, I'm lying, no, because somebody has written me poetry as well. But leaving notes is definitely part of intimacy. A sapiosexual, I would agree. If we can connect on a mental level, I'm all in. I'm all in if we can connect mentally. Like, we got a couple people saying wrote letters. Yeah. Have y'all ever written somebody a letter? A letter or a note? She talking about rubbing butter. Have y'all ever written somebody a note or a letter? I've written poems, but I've never given the person the poem. I don't even think I've read them the poem. Like texting, writing notes. What about showing up like at their job? I've never had the opportunity to do that. Planning like a little date or lunch, a lunch date. So I think we need to bring some of these, you know, old school things that we used to do back in the day. Like now, like I said earlier, people just texting. Like, I don't know what you mean when you say that, or I can't feel your tone when you are saying certain things through text messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick up the phone and call me so I can hear your voice, so I can hear your tone. People have just gotten so used to texting, and I'm included. Like, I text all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm in a relationship with somebody, pick up the phone and call me. Or if I'm getting to know a person, like, you can't get to know a person through text messages. Like, that's not part of the intimacy to me, is getting to know someone through text messages. Like, no, pick up the phone and call me so I can hear how your voice sounds, so you can hear how mine sounds, so we can, you know, learn each other, learn how I joke. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can be so serious that you really, and I'm a jokester. Like, I like being silly. Definitely. Like, text, my family and my friends can say, like, I am one to get a text message misconstrued. Like, and that's on 100. And I'll be like, wait a minute, what the fuck did you say? But I want to show up to his office with just a coat of heavy, heavy, heavy. Definitely. I've never been able to do that. Like I said, I've never been able to show up to anyone's job and be like, I'm here to take you out on lunch. That's why I should have like maybe a singles, not just singles, but a couple singles um Zoom thing where people can get to know one another. And if you're interested in someone, like at me, boo. It's a nice porch, stars, wine till the sun come up. To me, that sounds like what was that show on the OWN network where the couple, well, they wasn't a couple, but they were getting to know each other, and they went on like this whole day of hanging out, just doing regular stuff, ice cream, chilling, talking. Like that's the type of stuff I'm on. Yeah, I would like to be able to be fully vulnerable and honest with somebody. But dating now is like, I don't know, like these guys are something different and women are too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, people make it hard to be vulnerable and honest with each other because people stay in their head too much. You know what I'm saying? People misconstrue text. People don't pick up the phone. People don't call each other. So it's like it becomes hard to try to be honest with people and vulnerable with a person. Um, like I would really like that. I would really like to meet somebody where I don't have to worry about, am I being too soft? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I let my guard down? Like, if I let my guard down, are you gonna be able to catch me? That's the thing. People make it really, really hard to just be honest and open and express your feelings to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them know, like, I really like you. I want to be with you. Um, I possibly want to take it to the next level. Once we explored all the different levels of intimacy, getting to know someone, getting to know their beliefs, conversating with them. Are we on the same path? Do we have the same, do our goals match up together? Yeah, people definitely put on. People put on every day, all day. Like I put on this stuff to get on here. For real. No surface, just surface and no depth. That's facts. But then that's kind of like too what I was saying. Like, when you meet someone and y'all jump so quickly into the bedroom, into the bed, it's like once you do that, everything else goes out the window. Like you're no longer interested in what that person, their thoughts, their beliefs. You don't know nothing about it because you don't already jumped in the bed with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people get hurt too. Like we've all done it though. We've all experienced it. That's how people get hurt. That's how feelings get hurt. You put in your people start thinking that, when you jump into bed with somebody, like, dang, I really like them, I really care for them. But honestly, if you look at a situation like maybe a year down the line and y'all are no longer dealing with each other, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, what what was I thinking? I was not in love with this person, or I didn't love this person. Like, I was in deep infatuation with him. I was infatuated with that person, but I wasn't in love with them, or I didn't love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to say I love people anyway, but You know what I'm saying? Like, you be thinking at the time, like, man, I like being around this person, but really, you just like having sex with that person. And as time goes by and you're no longer having sex with that person, you're no longer clouded. Your judgment is no longer clouded. Your mind is no longer cloudy. You know what I'm saying? It's like being on drugs. I don't know what that feels like, but I definitely feel like when you have some good sex with somebody, it's almost like a drug. You know what I'm saying? And when you no longer have it, it takes some time to detox out of your body. And once you're fully detoxed, it's like, I can see clearly now. What the hell was I thinking? You know? Oh, soul tie. Heavy. Ultimate treasure. Definitely. Like I said, this stage in the game, like, we have to have connected on so many levels before I'm like, I'm just gonna give that treasure away, that cookie away, that candy. Soul ties. I don't know. Soul ties are something different, man. I'm just thinking about like situations that I was in the past, and now that I'm looking back at them, like, I can look at somebody's picture and be like, that girl say pocketbook. Heavy. That's so old school. Pocketbook. And I could look at their picture and I'd be like, yeah. Matter of fact, I think I even called my sister and I was like, yo, what was I thinking? Like, I'm good, good. I'm good, good. I'm good on so many levels now. Like, I've leveled up, basically. What are some good plays? I want to see Hamilton. I believe Hamilton was playing on Disney. I really want to see that, but I don't have Disney. Um, the last time I really been to the theater, we went to a theater in LA. I have a bad memory, but I really don't remember the theater we went to, but we went with his teacher, his poetry teacher at the time, and we went to see this play. Don't remember the name of the play, but I remember it was a good one. And it was about these friends, this gay guy, and he's friends with these other young ladies, and all his friends, they're living the single life, they're having fun, they're partying, and then one by one, they each get involved into a relationship and get married, and he's left alone. And it was really sad, it was funny, it was humorous. It was a really good play. I wish I could remember the name of the play, but I cannot. But it was a really good one. I also went to see an Alvin Ailey show a few years back in New Jersey. My mother took us all, me and the fam, and it was really nice because they, mix the ballet with the jazz, and it's really, really nice. If you've never seen one of those Alvin Ailey shows, check it out. Go on YouTube. You know, if they ever start, things get back to normal, and you have the opportunity to see one of those shows, definitely check it out. You will really, really love it. But drop me a comment. Let me know what's some good plays. I want to watch some good plays. I know we can't go anywhere right now, but that's a really great thing to do with your family, is sitting down watching a good play on screen. Another one that I enjoyed was A Raisin in the Sun. And that was the one with Felicia Rashad, and Diddy was in that one too. But that was a really good one. That was an excellent cast. Um Sanaa Lathan was in that one as well. That was a really good cast. I enjoyed that one. If you haven't checked that one out, check that one out. But drop me some comments on some really good plays. I know Medea don't know who is a fan of Tyler Perry, but his latest play is now airing on BET. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. I probably would check that one out. I like Medea. Not many people do, but there's tons that do. For the little that don't, there's tons that do.
So thanks for tuning in to That Shit Was Poetic. I'm your host, Nikki, and tune in every Friday for new episodes. To check out our old episodes, follow That Shit Was Poetic on all streaming services, Spotify or Google Play, or follow us on the Anchor app to leave a comment. To be featured in our podcast, email or DM us on thatshitwaspoetic@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.